Hey everybody, welcome back, and today we're starting art lessons. So this is how to draw and color a face from imagination. So let's walk through this process. This is one way that you can do it. This is one way that I do it. And this is for a frontal face view. We'll go over in the future, I don't know, how to do different angles and stuff. And then we'll also take how to draw face, and we'll start drawing monsters and stuff with this process too. So I start with a center line, and I just put in an oval. This gives me an approximation for the basic front of the head. And then I put in a cross line in the middle. And all these things can be changed on the fly. You can erase and fix things. But this is just the general basic guide. And here I am trying to block in a zone for the eyeballs to go. And I'm going to, once I kind of just figure an approximate start spot, maybe like kind of where the tear duct is or something, I'm going to put in an almondy, ovally shape. And I typically draw these in bigger at the beginning, and then I come back and trim them to make them look a little more realistic later. Figure it's like an eyeball without lids. It's just the whole eyeball sticking there. So here I am trying to figure out the dimension of the eye, and I want to make sure that I have one eye width between the eyeballs. So on an eyeball to eyeball, in between, it's going to be about one eyeball's distance between eyes. That's kind of how the human symmetrical system split when you were being formed. And the eyes are pushed about one eye apart. So next, I'm taking that measurement and I'm doing about one eyeball down, and that gives you a good general for the bottom or the curve of the ball of the nose. So I'm just putting in the nose, and I can go over all the bits and pieces in different videos. It's just a general guideline based vaguely on a Loomis method, but his involves a separate jaw structure and stuff. I don't know, I just do this. It's a little quicker. So putting in basic nose, it's like 3 balls, center ball of your nose and the 2 hoods of your nostrils. And then I'm just sort of guesstimating a mouth. Some people have it sort of the same distance as eyebrow down to bottom of your nose. I find that the jaws of different characters or people varies a lot. I don't know. So I just came down what I thought was a little distance, and then kind of did another 2/3 below the mouth for the ball of the chin. So basically like a third nose to mouth top, and then 2/3 down. And you can shrink and grow that as you see fit for your character, little face you're doing. And I'm just sort of blocking in some of the curvature of the jawline. I put in some little cheekbone references. And I'm putting in the bridge of the nose as it sort of curves up into the eyeball sockets. And I'm showing you the planes of the mouth, the planes on the face, right? Like flat and down. It's like maybe like 5 planes of the forehead. The 2 sides are the temples. General mouth swoosh, and then a little kind of crest for the bottom lip. And again, this is just kind of an illustrator way of making up a face if you don't have one, a reference photo. And here I'm sort of cutting into the eye shape to put on the eyelids, the bags under the eyes. I'm bleary-eyed, tired artist, and I'm just dropping in some irises, and I may come back and fix them. I can't remember. Sometimes I put them in; they seem like too big, a little too anime-ish or something. And here I was trying to decide if I was doing snake person. I think I just put in the wrong pupils. So I'm just making this stuff up as I'm going, and it's just fun to do. It's just having some fun. And just thinking about like weathered old lines on the face. So I was thinking I was trying to put in more forehead lines, but there's the 3 balls of the nose I'm showing you and how it comes down. It gives you an idea on shading. Under ball of the nose, top lip. So inside where the tear ducts are of your eyes, draw a line down that gives you the outside of the nostrils of the nose. If you draw a line down through the center of the eyes, that's typically a good measurement for the edge of the mouth. And again, these things can vary, but that's just general measurement. And I'm sweeping in harder lines for the cheek edge, the way your cheeks kind of curve down towards your mouth. Those get more prominent in older characters or people that have a lot of hard lines on their face, cowboys or pirates or other types of alcoholics. You can make the lines thicker. Just when you're drawing, a lot of times if you put a lot of hard lines on a face, it ages it. Someone said something about a line adds a year. I don't know. But lines do make characters look older. So I was going for an older, tired character here. Not necessarily a full-on old man, but, like a 50-year-old underpaid artist. Ears, you can typically go from like the eyebrow line to maybe the bottom of the nose right there, or the middle of the upper lip is a good place for bottom of the ears. And when you're drawing old characters, think like a Gandalf, kind of really old or something. Ears and noses keep growing throughout life, so they get bigger. So think about that character in Up, or just, I don't know, Baba Yaga or something. Old characters have like bigger noses, bigger ears, a lot of wrinkles, grumpy disposition. Just putting in some eyebrows. Face, looking pretty good. Neckline. Some people have thicker, chunky necks. Some people have skinnier ones. Putting in some lines for the hint at maybe some muscular neck, or what used to be a muscular neck in an older character. Gave him longer lines in his mouth. Yeah, another thing here I'm doing is half below, half above. Your eye line is center. If you shortchange the top of the character, you've just cut off half their brain. So make sure you give it a nice cranium top. Take a look at a skull and the eye line in a skull. Look at the size, dimensions, where the brain lives. Behind your eyes is usually like sinuses, and if you go further back, there's the old brainstem, medulla oblongata, and all that kind of stuff. Above that is like your brain that the zombies eat. And here I put on some hair. Now, because I was making up hair and I didn't know what I was doing, it looks like he's wearing a hairpiece. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I don't know what I was thinking. It's a bit weird. He's got some odd hair. That's probably why he's angry at me. He didn't like his hair. So just thinking, coming in and erasing. I'm leaving this video playing regular instead of speeding it up so that you could look at it. Feel free to jump around as you see fit. But if you are interested in drawing and trying to do illustrative kind of characters or comics, cartoons or whatever, try this technique out. I'm going to show you other faces I'm drawing. I'll probably speed up the next 2 or 3 and talk over them, but this one is just letting it go slower so you can kind of see the breakdown process, the quasi Loomis, not Loomis method. I think Andrew Loomis, he was a famous illustrator that has a lot of how-to books. And I think he was from the 30s to 50s. I don't know, someone can fact check that, I don't remember. But you can find his books online. They're all out of copyright. So you can find free versions of them, or you could buy them at a bookstore. Somebody picks up those things and reprints them. And he has like breakdowns on how to draw figures and faces and clothes and stuff. So I just kind of took his basic idea and ran with this simplified. I think the simplified version, I think Loomis does a circle and then he does another circle for the jaw structure. If you look at a skull, it's like a round thing and the jaw comes off. It's the only separate part of your jaw. The rest is like a fused bone mass. But I just do the circle and modify it. And there's other methods and get more complicated, but for this kind of stuff, I don't know if it matters. I don't know if it ever matters. So just in the hair, from hairpiece to full-on wig. I don't know what he's wearing. Trying to figure out the bags, sagginess of his jawline. He's really tired. Students don't listen to him. They're trying to give him little lines around the mouth, little puffiness under the edges of the lower lip, those little sacs you have on the side of your mouth for keeping chewing tobacco. Yeah, trying to even up the hair on the side. It's a little better. I'm just doing all this with an HB. If you really want to erase easier, probably use a 2H or something, harder, a little lighter, a little easier to erase. I tend to be clumsy and heavy-handed. I don't know, HB. Sometimes I just do 2B. I don't know. Sticking in a little shading. It looks pretty grumpy. And, I could have moved the whole lip structure up probably a third, and it would have looked fine. I was just thinking he had like a bigger upper lip. All right, so here's the watercolor process. Now, I sped this up because this is more subjective, but we'll just kind of go over the weird color choices I was kind of playing with. And this is freeform. This isn't from any referencing or anything. I'm just making stuff up. Probably pretty obvious. I don't know what I was thinking for the background. I think I was just determining it as I went. So I put in some color, put in some more color. So it's got kind of a two-tone green and orangish. And then I'm coming on with this sort of general skin tone. So really neutral. And I think the graphite washed into it a little bit, which I thought was cool. You may not like that, but sometimes I like that extra sort of gray it adds. And then putting in some warms in the highlight areas where I imagine there's more rosiness. And then I'm coming back in with like that gray blue, probably a Payne's gray in the shadow zones. A little aging, a little darkness to the character. It's got like an awkward hair part. Does my hair do that? I don't know. Then putting in some pinky purples. Was that like a magenta or something? Oh Lord, I don't know what I was doing. But the color pops. Yeah, the color pops really nice against that Payne's gray kind of blue. It just sort of pops off, and the orange is sort of floating there. It adds a little visual difference. And so I'm just sort of now doing the tweaks. So I hope you found the drawing part helpful. We'll go over it again if you care. If not, just, I don't know, just watch this for fun. I thought he kind of looked fun. He's different, considering I had no idea what I was doing, and no references. So next time we'll draw different people. So I hope to see you then. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.